If you want to take classes outside of your school, if you want to learn from professionals who impact the industry of your interest, if you want to earn your associate's degree with your high school degree, check out our upcoming episode about Arundel Community College, Early College Access Program, and dual enrollment. What's up, ACPS? This is your host, Suha Kim, and today we will discover all opportunities you can find through Arundel Community College. If you're passionate about taking courses outside of your school, if you're eager to have real college experience, if you're aiming to find affordable and accessible education, AACC is the place that can support your next step towards your future. From a broad range of courses to student organizations, the Early College Access Program opens students of ACPS to financial-friendly education. But how do you join? Where do you start? To answer these questions, we have Mr. Dubose in the studio with us. Mr. Dubose is the admission officer at Arundel Community College. Hi, welcome into the studio today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm doing very well.
That's great to hear. So, as we start, what does ECAP stand for and what does it offer for high school students?
Yeah, so ECAP is the Early College Access Program, and for that, it allows for high school students to be able to come to AACC, take courses, and get that their first taste of college.
Ooh, okay. So what are some requirements for students to be able to join ECAP?
Okay, so there's a few different requirements, but really generally for high school students, if you have a 3.0 GPA, as well as college and career ready, the AACPS will actually pay for you to take up to 4 classes over the course of an academic year, right? So that's going to be 2 in the fall, 2 in the spring. If, say, for instance, you only have a 3.0 GPA, they'll pay for 1 class there for the fall or for the spring. Same thing for if you are CCR ready but don't meet the GPA requirements. There are some other areas there. Say, for instance, if you're gifted and talented, you might be able to come to take classes with us sooner. As well as some other areas you can be able to talk with your guidance counselor about.
So is it generally starting from juniors and seniors, or?
Yes. So generally, for juniors, end up from there, right?
Gotcha. Is there any specific messages that AACC wants to share with young learners through this program?
Yeah, so you're not alone. When you complete our application, you are a college student, right? So, and that's something that I tell to my students all the time. You complete that, you're not just in high school, you're also in college, but you're also supported. You're not alone within that. Of course, you have me to be able to help you pick your classes and be able to navigate your ways through your first early college experiences, but you are also able to take advantage of all the different supports that we have on campus, including our tutors, our library. We even have a virtual writing center where you can be able to get helpful critiques on your papers as you take classes with us.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of the other offerings of the ECAP because I personally did classes during the summer and I loved it, but I never had the opportunity to further explore anything outside of just the courses. So is there anything else that students can? Maybe is there something that they can do on the campus? Maybe some study centers. What are some things that they can explore?
Yeah, so like I said, you're a full college student, so you can be able to take advantage of just about anything a traditional student would. So if you wanted to be able to come participate in campus events and certain student organizations, pretty much it's right up there for you just to be able to take advantage of.
I personally loved AACC also because it had a variety of college courses that we can't take in high school. I am personally a chemistry lover, but there's only 2 chemistry classes that I can take in school, which is honors chemistry and AP chemistry. And since AACC offered so many other chemistry classes, including organic chemistry and above, I also had the chance to communicate with the professor there
Hmm.
and just talk about the unlimited opportunities there. So I'm really happy to share this opportunity with everyone. Is there any specific like memories that you have regarding ECAP students, like special events, anything?
Well, I definitely love to be able to see, what our students can be able to make. I was also a visual art student at
Oh.
AACC as well, so I like being able to go over there. They have our portfolio nights
Oh.
every year, just to be able to see what our students have been able to make, and we've had our ECAP students have that opportunity open up to them, just just to be able to see, the creativity be able to come out from them. It's always amazing.
What's like a is there any website or Instagram that can we can highlight to see these opportunities?
Oh yeah, you can always look at ACC's Instagram. We always have Swoop all over, there for you to be able to see, to enjoy. Sometimes our admissions office folks make an appearance on there as well. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. Of course, our Riverhawks teams as well. They're always doing amazing things too.
That's great. What do you think is the first step that students, the viewers right now, can
Mhm.
take to join ACC?
Yeah, so the easiest thing is we have our information sessions on
Oh,
ECAP
okay.
just about every Wednesday evening. You can go
Oh,
over to our website where on our missions page we have those for you to be able to sign up for. You
okay.
can even just talk with your guidance counselor and they'll know how to be able to connect us.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Well, last challenge. Tell us why students should join ECAP in 5 words.
Yeah, so be prepared for your journey.
Oh, that's a really good one. Yeah, I think definitely ECAP is such a good way to prepare them and take them to the next step of their journey since they have unlimited resources and very affordable prices and um accessible ways. So, I mean, it's always great to hear about that. Well, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today.
Of course. Thank you once again.
Thank you for those kind words. It was an honor to be a part of today's conversation, and I'm inspired by the vision behind AACC's ECAP program. I believe this initiative will open up limitless opportunities for students and help them expand their dreams even further. Now, it's time to learn more about what step you must take to be a part of ECAP with Mrs. Rufo Miller. I'm thrilled to have Ms. Rufo Miller in the studio with us today to dive deeper into how you can be a part of AACC's ECAP journey. Mrs. Rufo Miller is currently guiding all students of Arundel High School, including myself, as an AACC transition advisor. Hi, welcome in today.
Hi, Suha.
Can you give me a little introduction of yourself?
Sure. So I am a transition advisor, which means I work for Anne Arundel Community College, but I only work with Anne Arundel County public school students at Arundel High School, getting them connected to AACC.
Gotcha. So, as a transition advisor, what does ECAP mean to high school students?
So basically, it's a partnership between Anne Arundel County Public Schools and Anne Arundel Community College, where students who are eligible are able to take classes for free at Anne Arundel Community College. They are able to take approved classes for free. So in general, that means juniors, seniors, 16 years of age, and eligibility also in general is like a 3.0 unweighted GPA, which is new this past year. So I would direct parents and families and students to the Anne Arundel County Public School website for all the specifics about that.
Gotcha. What are some benefits that ECAP provides for students?
So there are a lot of benefits. First of all, being able to take college credit for free is pretty important.
Right.
I think that students a lot of times think they might know what they want to major in, not sure exactly what they want to do. So it gives them an opportunity to see if those college majors they're thinking about
Right.
might be a good fit. So I have a lot of kids that do that, but I also have a lot of kids that will take general education requirements.
Right.
So they're just kind of getting a jump start on those things before they actually go to college. Get those out of the way, gives them more flexibility in their schedule as far as that goes too. I also think that one of the important things is that it gives them an opportunity sort of to see what it is to be a college student, to understand how the learning management system works, to understand about the student's portal, how to go in to register for classes. And I hear my seniors tell me all the time that it gives them the confidence because they know that when they graduate, they can handle a college class because they've learned what that is. I do caution students, though, that you really have to think hard and make considerations before you decide to take a class. You have to look at what your high school schedule is like, whether you've got, whether you're working, whether you're playing sports, and just understand if you can really fit this into your schedule.
Right.
So you got to be willing to put in the effort because you're not a high school student when you're at AACC.
Right.
You're a college student.
Right, that's a full responsibility right there. I remember I was considering my major in between marketing or chemistry, which is pretty different.
Yes.
And I remember taking a marketing class at AACC with your help during the summer, and as soon as I took it, I was like, this is not mine. I really thought it will be, but it was such a great opportunity just to eliminate what I don't want to do and figure out what I really want to invest in. And also, gen ed classes, they are pretty pricey in colleges, so I think it's a great opportunity for students to save money too. So
yeah, and a lot of colleges are requiring students to pick what their major is when they apply. So you pick a major, and then if that changes, then you've got to make all these shifts at college, and you may have to pick up extra credits along the way. So it is advantageous for that reason as well.
Well, that's great. Well, I feel like when we think about ECAP, we mainly focus on courses, but what are some other things that they can explore as a legitimate college student?
Yeah, and that's the thing. They are AACC students. So we have a lot of students getting involved in our clubs and organizations. We have over 80 clubs and organizations. So I've had kids work for the student newspaper. Entrepreneurship club is a big one that kids have gone in. I had somebody that's worked on stage crew because he was taking stagecraft, I think was the name of the class. So you can do anything that any other college student can do. You have full access to resources. So we've got transfer resources. We have tutoring. There's a writing lab. There's counseling services. There's career services. All these things for free. So there's a lot there. Gym, library, everything.
Ooh, I feel like also when students hear about AACC or ECAP, a lot of people talk about the associate degrees and how they can basically graduate with 2 degrees at once. So can you tell me a little bit more about that?
So the associate's degree is a degree that's a 2-year degree.
Right.
And so a lot of students, we have 2 types. There's more than 2 types, really. That's all you really need to know is there's 2 types. One gets you ready to go to work. So after that 60 credits, usually 64 credits, you are ready to go to work in a skilled profession. The other associate's degree, a lot of times, is a transfer degree. So it's getting ready for you to transfer to that 4-year college and then to get that 4-year college degree. We also have certificate programs where you're just taking the major classes, but you're not taking all that other stuff like English and math and science and all those other things that you may not be interested in. You just want that certificate so that you get the skills you need to go out and to work in the career world.
I think, what are some cases of students that you remember of like, wow, this is very interesting or this is very special?
I had a student, I believe it was last year, who started taking her classes when she might have even been in middle school. It's harder to do that now. You have to have gifted and talented designation to start that early. But so she graduated last year with her associate's degree, which was already leading her into a program that had a master's degree that went with it. And when she walked across that stage, which she did before she graduated high school, she walked across the stage at AACC. I mean, people erupted because they say this is a high school student that has an associate degree. So, that's always, I have kids come to me all the time that want to get that associate degree. It is hard to do.
It is.
But, I mean, it's a really good opportunity to, move you forward in your college aspiration.
That's amazing to hear. Wow. Well, last challenge. Can you tell us why students should join ECAP in 5 words?
Oh gosh, I thought about that. I got 4. I think.
4?
Yeah, your future begins now.
Oh, that's a good one. I think definitely for me, it was such an expansion in my perspective as I took the ACC class, and I think it's such a right word to just say, like, yeah, ACC it is your first step to really step into that college world after high school.
Yep.
So yeah,
Very
thank
good.
you so much for coming.
It was nice to see you. Yeah.
It was an honor to have Mrs. Miller here to discuss the transition from high school to AACC. I hope this can prepare future AACC students to expand their limits in learning and get one step closer to their dreams. Now, I think it's time for a little campus tour. Now we're with our first student here. Hi, can I get an introduction, please?
I am Jules Bacquier. I'm a student here at AACC with the ECAP program.
Gotcha.
I am in 12th grade.
Okay. So how did you join ECAP?
So I got interested when I heard about it last year, and I was like, hey, this would be great for my future to get credits in faster, especially since I have a half schedule, so I can just like get a head start on college.
Okay, what classes are you taking so far?
I'm taking Nature of Mathematics and Advanced First Aid and CPR this semester, but I've taken some more the other semester.
Oh, what other classes? Give me
I've taken Fundamentals of Communication, Intro to Design, and then Computing and Technology.
Okay.
So 5 classes.
That's a lot. Well, how have ECAP helped you in your educational journey in general?
Well, it's already helped me get a lot of college credits, so I'm probably like 20 credits in already, which is really fantastic for me because I want to get out into the world as fast as I can. I'm a big hands-on experience person, but I do want to have some like knowledge in school to back me up so that when I'm applying to jobs, I can have that on my resume.
That's for sure.
But also meeting people, networking, it's really great for that.
Okay, talking about meeting people, do you have any special experience or?
Well, for example, my Fundamentals of Communications class, a lot of ECAP students take that. And so we kind of formed a like friendship group in that class, like 20 of us, and then
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of people, but we hung out, we had a Friendsgiving, so much fun, and I still hang out with a bunch of people from that class, so it's really great.
That's great. I mean, it's like people from other high schools too, so that's definitely a great way to communicate. Well, do you have any advice for students who wants to join AACC?
Get involved in the community. Like, there's so much to do here. There's so many people to meet, like people like Jason, I met, who is a co-president of Improv. He is this fantastic screenwriter, and he's also into filmmaking, which I love. And so I'm hoping to collaborate with him, and through those connections, I've learned so much, and it's really, really great to be in the ECAP program.
Okay, with this valuable experience in AACC, what do you want to do in the future?
I want to go into filmmaking and outdoor conservation.
Okay, I really wish the best for you, and thank you so much for coming here today.
It was very nice meeting you.
Now, who do you have here?
I'm Mara Babs. I'm a senior at Crofton High School and also a student at Arundel County Community College.
Okay, so how did you join AACC?
So I got involved last semester. I took Calculus 1, and now this semester I'm taking Calculus 2. I got introduced to it through my counselors and other students at my school who had taken AACC classes, and I thought it'd be a really great opportunity to get some credits before I go on to a 4-year college or university.
Okay, so how has this experience been a benefit to your educational journey?
I think it's been really impactful to really see the difference between taking high school courses or AP courses and taking actual college courses.
Right.
Especially in how professors are very different from high school teachers. With high school teachers, you're really engaged on a personal level a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And especially interacting with other students in that class. And then at AACC, when I took my Calculus 1 class, it was a lot more just direct communication with the professor. And while the professor would give a lecture, you would have to stay after class to ask questions and things like that. So it was a very different dynamic from taking a high school course compared to a college course.
I wish, honestly, I'm kind of jealous because I only took ACC classes online, so I really wish I had the experience of like going in person, because I think that is really what helps you of like getting that real college experience. Do you have any like special memories with the professors or anything?
I really loved my Calculus 1 professor because he would always wear Hawaiian shirts to our classes, and he would just be really like fun with his. He would give us like different random scenarios when doing calculus problems. So he was just a really fun professor. So I really enjoyed that. And now taking Calculus 2, it's also very different because I'm taking it asynchronously online.
Okay.
So I also feel like it is much harder to take asynchronous classes. So I would definitely recommend, if you're taking classes, to take them in person or online where you can be face-to-face with the instructor a little bit more. But I really have enjoyed that experience and the challenge of preparing for a college in the future.
Okay, since you took different types of classes, what are some different advice that you can give to students who are taking different types of classes for like each type of class?
Yeah, I would say be flexible and be prepared to adapt to any situation you experience. Also, do not procrastinate because if you have a strict deadline, like don't wait until the deadline to get that assignment done or turn in your homework. You want to stay ahead of schedule so that you could meet with your professor for office hours or maybe go in for tutoring help if you need it. Just don't push anything off to the last minute.
Honestly, that should apply to high school too. I don't do it, but listen to Mara, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, is there any last thing that you want to say? What is your dream that you want to pursue? Anything that you want to little shout out?
Yeah, so I want to do civil engineering, moving on to college next year. So AACC has really helped me prepare for that, especially by taking calculus classes so that I can get really experience in those more difficult higher level classes before I move on to college. So that's been a really helpful experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wish the best for you too, Mara.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jules and Mara, for joining us today at the campus and sharing honest comments and advice. Now, we'll see you at the studio.
I hope today's episode opened up another pathway of learning and connecting to further pursue your dream. If you want to learn more about AACC ECAP, check out at AACPS Teen Talk for more information when, where, and how to join AACC. Thank you again for watching today's episode, and see you next time on Teen Talk.